You know that feeling when everyone around you is just waiting for their chance to leave? That was me. Lagos was choking me. Every job was a hustle. Every salary was a joke. All I heard was go abroad, start a real life. I was 26 and I was desperate to Japa. My dream country was Canada. Everyone said Canada was the land flowing with milk and honey. I did not want the money for myself. I wanted to send it back to my mother to finally lift her out of our small, leaky one-room apartment. That was my prayer every morning. The first mistake was meeting Mr. Ade. I met him through a friend of a friend, the kind of person who knows everybody but nobody knows what exactly they do. He had a big office with a Canadian flag on the wall and a big shiny desk. He promised me a 2-year student visa and a work permit in Toronto. Shagun, he told me, leaning back in his chair. This package is premium. Everything is fast track. You pay me 5 million naira and in 4 months, you're in Canada. 5 million naira. That money was not just a number. That money was my entire world. It was the value of everything my family owned. I went home and told my mother, Mama, I couldn't tell her the truth about the agents. I told her I won a scholarship through a church program, but I needed to pay the final processing fee urgently to secure the scholarship. Mama cried. She cried tears of pure, honest joy. She was so proud that her son had finally done something great, but we didn't have the money. We didn't even have 200,000 naira. So for the next 2 months, I sold everything. I sold my small motorbike that I used for errands. It was my only source of independent income. I sold my old generator. Each sale felt like cutting off a piece of my own body. The worst part, the part that still gives me nightmare, was when Mama sold her only piece of gold jewelry, a bracelet my father gave her before he passed. It was all she had left of him. I remember her face as she handed me the money, wrapped in an old wrapper. Shegun, my son, she whispered, go and succeed. Don't look back. Don't shame this family. That sacrifice felt heavier than any weight I had ever lifted. I gave every naira to Mr. Ade. He gave me a fancy file. Inside was a letter of acceptance from a college I couldn't even pronounce and a stamp in my passport. Everything looked real. It smelled real. It felt like freedom. I had the biggest send-off party. Everyone came. They prayed for me. They showered me with well wishes and gifts I couldn't carry. They wished me good luck. I took a photo with my mother, who was beaming with pride. I told everyone I was leaving next Tuesday. When Tuesday came, I wore my best shirt. I got to the airport 4 hours early. I was so excited. My hands were shaking as I presented my passport to the airline desk. The lady at the desk scanned my passport. She looked at the computer, then back at my face. Her eyes went cold. She did not say anything. She just asked me to step aside and wait. I waited for 20 agonizing minutes. Then a security man came over. Sir, your visa is fake, he said, his voice flat. This college letter is invalid. The stamp is a forgery. You have been scammed. The world went silent. I thought I was dreaming. I argued with them, shouted that it was impossible. I waved the college letter in their faces, but the security man just shook his head, pointed to the stamp. This is a cheap copy. It won't pass through any country's immigration. I stood there, watching my flights to Toronto, my future, my mother's hope, the family's gold, literally fly away without me. I stumbled out of the airport like a drunk man and sat outside on a dirty curb, weeping like a newborn child. When I finally gathered the courage, I went back to Mr. Ade's office. The office was empty. The door was locked. The beautiful Canadian flag was gone. He had vanished into thin air. For 1 week, I stayed at my friend's place, too ashamed to go home. I had nothing. I was broke. I was a failure. Then the phone call started. My aunt called first. Shagun, what happened? Why did you miss your flight? Your mother is sick with worry. I still couldn't tell the truth. I lied again. A small delay, auntie. Technical issue. I will rebook soon. But the delay turned into 2 weeks, then three. The excuses dried up. People started talking. Finally, I had to face my mother. I walked into her old apartment and she was waiting for me. She did not shout. She did not cry. She just looked at me with those eyes that were once full of pride. Shegun, she said, her voice quiet but harder than a stone. Where is the visa? Where is the scholarship? You did not miss the flight. You never had a ticket, did you? I broke down right there. I told her the whole painful truth. The money, the lie, the scam. I told her the money, her jewelry, my generator, everything was gone. She did not raise her voice. She did not hit me. She just sighed, a deep, defeated sound that crushed my soul. Shago, she said finally, looking away and towards the leaky ceiling. You did not just lose money. You lost your name. You lost trust. You shamed me. The neighbors look at me and they know I'm a liar now. A foolish woman. I don't know what to tell them. I am still here today. I have no job, no money, and no motorbike. I live under the same roof as my mother, but she barely speaks to me. Every time I see her, I don't just see my failure. I see her lost gold bracelet and the Canadian dream that cost us everything. The dream of Japa was supposed to save us. The lie I told made me lose the only thing that mattered to me, my mother's trust. I am stuck here, more alone and ashamed than ever, all because of a visa lie. I hope you enjoyed every bit of this story. Please don't forget to like this video, drop a comment and share. Bye and see you in the next one.